Hello, guys! Happy Valentine's Day and surprise! I wanted to surprise you guys with some love readings this month. And I have Venus here. Venus is in Pisces. This is the little Venus planet. I'm sure she's a lot bigger than that, but this is Venus. This is the Venus planet, and she is the goddess of love and attraction. And since she's in Pisces, I just wanted to utilize my creative energy, and I thought, why not? Why not incorporate some love readings for people? For all 12 zodiac signs, I'm going to be taking a look at our love life. I'm not sure how long these videos are going to be, but I wanted to just give you guys a little treat, a little extra video, to send out the Venus and Pisces love and to get the love spreading collectively. So I have this Venus here to help with that. And, guys, it's getting closer and closer to Pisces season, and I'm really utilizing and tapping into these collective energies. So I wanted to surprise you. I actually made my own tarot cards that I'm going to be using. I'm going to just pull a card from each tarot deck that I have because I cannot choose which one to use. So I have two regular tarot cards, two Rider-Waite tarot card decks, a deck that I haven't shown you guys yet. And then I have two oracle card decks, Wisdom of the Night and Indigo Child. So I will pull, I guess that'll be about, let's see, that'll be a total of like 5 cards, but who knows what could happen. But these I'm extra excited to show you. I made my own tarot cards, so I'm going to be pulling cards from this. I made 14 of them because, Valentine's Day is on the 14th. So I have 7 positive cards. And just to keep things balanced and fair, because some of us might be going through some hard times when it comes to love, I have 7 more negative cards. So I guess in my intro video here, I'll show them to you guys and we'll see what comes up for you individually. But we have the happiness card here. There is happiness and harmonious energy entering your love life. And I don't know, guys, I just literally wanted to make these. I just love them so much. And if you guys like these, if I get good feedback on these, then I might use these, monthly. I might keep these as a deck that I use. So I have self-love. Self-love. It is important that you take the time to heal before entering your next relationship. I have attraction. There is a magnetic attraction to taking place in your relationship. I have arguments. Communication errors take a toll on your relationship. I have friendship. Get to know each other before taking the relationship to the next level. I just think these are so cute. I made them last night. I'm just feeling so creative. I have passion. The flames of passion ignite and warm your relationship. And I'm like really excited to see how these are going to play in with my other tarot cards. Because there's always a message. Everything happens for a reason. I have heartbreak. You or a loved one is experiencing heartbreak in a relationship. I have deep conversation. There's a deep conversation that needs to take place between you and a loved one. I have secrets. Secrets play a factor in your love life. I have rekindled flame. This is a candle. You can't really see it, but a flame has been relit in your love life with someone from the past. And I have separation. You and a loved one are experiencing time apart from each other. I have twin flame soulmate. You and this person have met before in a different life. And I have third party situation. There is a third component to the relationship. And I have forgiveness. Forgiveness is needed in your relationship now and will heal your heart. So I made these out of flashcards and I just think they're so cute and they're pretty easy to shuffle. So, it works the same way. I've actually given myself a couple readings from this, but these are my love cards for you guys. Woo! Deep conversation. So yes, I will be bringing these out in my readings. And I just want to tap into that Venus energy, guys. I just wanted to do something a little special for you. And like always, I have an intro video kind of preparing you for what the reading's going to be about. But it's real light energy. I'm just going to be, giving each sign a little bit of a reading. Now, every card that comes out, I'm going to have a conversation with Spirit. Make sure that it's for love. So if the Tower card came out, it would be I would relate it to a relationship. I don't usually do that. I don't usually give love readings, but this time for Valentine's Day, I wanted to do that. Now, I don't really celebrate Valentine's Day, but you know, I love a good theme. And you know, I like to keep it cool and things like that. And this is just an idea that I came up with, guys, and I hope that, you know, you like it and that we get some good messages here. So I'm giving you all my love on this Valentine's Day with Venus and Pisces. Definitely tapping into that to send out all the emotional love and healing for anyone who is willing to receive it. So I'm really excited to give you guys these readings today, and I'm excited to see what's going on in our love lives. Some of you might not be that excited. You know, I'm not all the way excited, but you know, I'm always accepting of a reading from Spirit. So me and Venus are here to talk to you about your love life, and I'm really excited to see what comes up, guys. So I hope you enjoy your readings, and I'm sending you all the love. Bye, guys. See you in your video. Hi, Pisces. Welcome to your February reading, which is a love reading, guys. So me and Venus are here, and we're going to take a closer look at your love life, literally love-only messages. Very excited to do this reading because Venus is currently in Pisces. So I have no doubt that we will definitely tap into those love energies today. So I have all the cards here that I'm going to be using, guys. So let's get going on your reading. So Spirit, this is for Pisces, February 2018, love reading only. Wow, that is like shot out. Okay, 8 of Swords, Pisces. And at the bottom of that, we have the 7 of Pentacles. So definitely some interesting energies here, guys. And that literally shot out. So I know that a lot of you are feeling mentally trapped and like you're avoiding your emotions or something in your relationship. So let's get, this is way too many cards, but we have the 8 of Pentacles, the 6 of Wands, and the Knight of Swords, 10 of Cups. So I do see that a lot of you have emotional happiness on the brain and emotional completions as well. Ooh, okay, here's a card for us. The Tower. We have the Tower, and then we have the Queen of Swords as a validating energy. All right, very honest vibes here for Pisces tonight. All right, let's get a secret card for Pisces. This is the Wisdom of the House of Night deck. So the Tower flew out for us as well. So the universe is coming in for Pisces. For those of us who are not happy in our relationships, the Tower is coming in. That's what happens when we don't make the change ourselves. The universe comes in and helps and it assists us. It's literally a situation falling apart, and it looks like it's good that it falls apart because you're going from the 8 of Swords to the Tower to the Queen of Swords. So there's mental clarity gained in this situation. This is for Pisces. Love message only 2018, please. Pisces, love message only 2018. February, love, Pisces. February, love, Pisces. February, love. Oh, that card almost flipped over. February. So why are we being so secretive? This energy is not coming out. We have a conclusion. And then we have, these two cards fell off the table, but we do have a reminder and we have vision. So you don't want to forget the vision that you had, Pisces. You know, we're very psychic, and we have denial at the end, at the bottom of the deck here. So there's a certain vision that some of us are denying in February, and we're denying it in our relationships. But Spirit is reminding us to not forget this vision. And you know, I have no idea what vision that was, because we always have lots of different visions. But you'll know what it means, okay? There's a certain denial, but there's a reminder of a vision, and you don't want to deny that, okay? So we'll talk about that a little more when we get down to that part of the reading. But first, let's get an Indigo Angel deck for the Pisces love reading. You know, and we have Venus in our sign, guys. So love is like seriously something that needs to be talked about amongst us, because Venus is the she rules relationships. And we have apology, and for some reason I picked it upside down. So I'm not doing reversals, but I'll remember that. I'll put that sideways just so I remember that there's kind of a weird apology in our relationship. Bottom of the deck is manifest. Okay, and now it's time to pick one of my little cards. So let's pick a card for Pisces 2018 love reading, please. Love reading, Pisces 2018. What is the love card for Pisces? I feel like super avoiding this reading because there's like a lot of hard truths. So some of you could be feeling that way as well, but we got to be real up in here, okay? Because we're Pisces, we feel what we feel anyways, and we're very psychic. So if we're not honest to ourselves about that, then the universe is just going to torment us. You know how it be with Pisces. Our feelings will nag at us. Nag, 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 nag. Like, you feel this way. You feel this way. You feel this way. Hey, you feel this way. Okay, let's get this love card for Pisces. All right, we have happiness. Kind of surprised to see that, but of course, bottom of the deck, secrets. Secrets play a factor in your love life, Pisces. Okay, so let's read these cards here. We have this Eight of Swords, and looking at this Eight of Swords makes me feel how the Eight of Swords feels. Pisces, there's something that you are blinding yourself to in February when it comes to your relationships, okay? Some of you feel very bound and very blinded, like you can't see your emotional clarity, okay? For Pisces, it's very important that our emotional clarity is, it's important for us to have emotional clarity, because if we don't have emotional clarity, we feel that we can't move, we feel that we can't see. It's like all our senses, they get shut off. And it's like, this is like voluntary though. We like put ourselves in this situation or something. Or this is just how we feel in this relationship, some of you. And when the Eight of Swords comes up, I always am led to talk about her feet down there, because she's not putting her feet in the water, okay? And you can look up this card. That's exactly what the Eight of Swords talks about. It talks about a mental prison and how this lady is not putting her feet in her own emotion. Pisces, we are ruled by the feet, okay? So it's very important that we are, giving into this emotion. Like, why are we acting this way this close to Pisces season, okay? Venus is in Pisces, guys. All the feels are definitely here. And here we are feeling very mental, feeling very trapped and blindfolded. So there's something that we don't feel that we can move. We don't feel that we have in control of our emotion. And mentally, this is just a prison. But, this is a mental prison, and Pisces finds themselves in mental prisons often. And mental prisons to me are even harder than real prisons, It's harder to get out of this situation because it's in your mind. So there's a certain mental clarity that is coming up hand in hand with an emotional clarity as well. We need to put those pretty Pisces feet in that water so that we can let this emotion, emotion is the way out. I don't know why we are handling something so mentally, but that is not our area of expertise. We have emotional intellect, so it's our feelings now that will set us free. Okay, there's certain feelings that we really want to stay blind to. We don't want to see these feelings in our relationship. But, come February, come March, Pisces season is really going to bring those emotions to the forefront, and it's time to look those emotions right in the face. Why are we avoiding our emotions in our relationships, Pisces? Like, not cool. Bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Pentacles, all right? Seven of Pentacles talks about this garden. And, this is like a metaphorical garden that the universe is asking us to water. These pentacles represent certain people, places, and things in our lives, okay? Certain relationships not coming to fruition, not working out anymore. We've put in a lot of work. Some of you have really, really put in faithful work every day, day in, day out. You have tried. This man here, he knows exactly what to do in these situations, okay? This is a very important garden for him. And for us, it's an emotional garden. Okay, we value our emotion a lot. So this for us is talking about our emotional investments in other people. So in February, we really need to take a step back and ask ourselves what relationships are coming to fruition for us. What relationships are worth our emotional efforts and our emotional, you know, time, and literally just worth our emotions. Because if we're in a situation where we're not feeling emotionally appreciated, or we don't feel emotionally grounded, or we don't feel that because see, in this situation, it's our emotions that water these values, right? This is an emotional value that Pisces literally can't avoid. We are the last sign. We're the last sign. We're the 12th house. So we have these like subconscious emotions surrounding us all the time. Our emotion, our partner's emotion, everyone else's emotion, the cat down the road's emotion, you know? So it's time for us to take a step back at this emotional garden. And in order to do that, we have to embrace the emotion. Mentally, come on now, we are feeling all over the place. So if I were you, you know, I would rather feel one or the other. Like if you're feeling emotionally all over the place, which is a given this close to our season, I definitely wouldn't want to feel that way mentally too. Okay, so it's important for us to get back our mental power, back our physical power, and our emotional power. Like there's a lack of power here that I sense. I'm not sure what makes you guys feel bound or blindfolded, but the way out of this is your emotion. You know, no matter what, Pisces, we are not able to avoid our emotion. And we're not able to ignore our emotional growth either. We have the Page of Wands under here. So there is a new passionate beginning with some sort of maybe a Leo, fire sign, Sagittarius, Aries. But if it's not a fire sign, it could be someone who's very passionate. That could be the energy that we're taking on. Okay, but that's hidden underneath. First, we have to decide what it is that our hard work has paid off or not. Okay, because some of these seeds, these emotional seeds that have been planted, they've been growing over time. And like this is the time for us to reflect on what it is that has emotionally came to fruition. And see, the magical thing about emotional seeds is that we don't need a physical plant to know that they've grown. We have to go inside ourselves. So this could be Pisces just being very still this month, because we're feeling very spiritual right now. So this might be us just kind of retreating into our minds. Sometimes Pisces likes to shut off their senses. We like to blindfold ourselves so that we can exit. This is like escapism. And even though physically we look like we're bound and stuck and trapped, we don't feel that way spiritually. We're doing this for a reason, you know. So I'm going to carry on with this reading so that it makes more sense. At first glance, you know, it looks like a lot of hard work gone to waste. You know, it looks like we're trapped here working on this relationship. And, you know, in order to figure out if this is worth it for each and every one of us, we have to check back in with ourselves emotionally. We may feel emotionally bound or like mentally bound in a certain situation when it comes to a relationship. Now, if this card does mean emotional avoidance, like it means for usual people, well, then there's only one thing that the universe would do about that. And that would literally be to bring the Tower. Because even Pisces' magical little selves cannot avoid this Tower moment. Now, this is a different deck. But in this card, look at how the Tower looks. This woman is literally on the ground. It's raining. Like, take a closer look here. Lots of rain. And literally her fingers now are in the water. So do you see the similarities here, Pisces? It's like we're ruled by the feet. So I'm very drawn to this woman's feet, and they're not in the water. The way out of this mental prison is to check back in with the way that you feel. And that's a Pisces energy right there. Like Pisces constantly check back in with their emotion in order to know what way to go. But when we try to do this mental shit, when we try to be earthly, it doesn't work out in our relationships either. You know, I don't know if some of you or some of us are blindfolding ourselves for a good reason or a bad reason, but I'm sensing a little bit of both here. You don't want to blindfold yourself to emotion right now because it's coming in the universe no matter what come Pisces season, February 19th. So it's like the emotion here, the foot is not in the water. But then we have the Tower card here where her hand is in the water. So it's like parts of us are just dying to feel this emotion in this relationship. You know, we are literally reaching emotionally out. You know, even during this Tower moment, even during the rain, we are feeling so trapped emotionally, you know. We're feeling so trapped, but hopefully this trapped feeling is what's coming to an end. You know, Pisces season is going to really bring us back home. And it's going to, you know, Pisces feel better. Pisces are the happiest when we are in love and when we are feeling creative and emotionally successful, emotionally content and happy and fulfilled. But we are not going to accomplish those energies like this. So I'm happy that the Tower is here because it like crumbled down this Eight of Swords energy. It's like something mentally, this mental prison that we were in, we were stuck in a certain mind frame in our relationship. And the Tower came in crumbling down, and it's like here we are left over after that Tower. And it's to the point where we have nothing left but our emotion. I don't know if you see that, but I see some synchronicities there. You know, the Tower came in and literally grounded us in our emotion. It made us wake up to these emotions. And now here we are crawling back to the emotion, to the spirituality, to what we really are. There ain't no blindfold on us now, you know. So we have the Tower there. So there's something mentally falling apart in our love life. There's something mentally crashing down. I don't know if some of you are dealing with Libra, Aquarius, Gemini energy, but I do say that because this is a sword energy. So some of you could be feeling trapped with an Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, or you could just be feeling trapped in a communication because this is communication as well. And it's like you're surrounded by all these words, but the words are stuck in the ground. And you're not speaking. You know, this person seems very quiet. They can't see, they can't speak, they can't feel, they can't hear. It's like you're, you know, and your partner could be feeling this way about you. Like, where are you? You know? So I'm happy this Tower is here because it's making Pisces more authentic. Now, this Tower could be some certain relationships falling apart in February for you guys. If you guys aren't in relationships that are good for you, they don't align, because this is not authentic for Pisces. Now, I'm getting a lot of different messages here with this Eight of Swords, but it seems a little bit like we are trapping ourselves mentally. And I'm feeling that this is a little bit in the past. It could be more so the beginning of February. Come the middle of February, end of February, that's when this Tower moment comes. And see, when the Tower comes, we have no choice but to see things for what they are, you know. It's like fight or flight. And we can't fight or flight in this situation. So, you know, there's the blindfold. The blindfold is taken off. The emotions are seen and felt and heard by possibly us or our partner, maybe both. Okay, but the Tower moment is here because the universe and Venus is in Pisces. Venus does not want us feeling that way. That is not the Venus and Pisces energy. Venus and Pisces is unconditional. Venus and Pisces is lovely and collective and just beautiful. So the Tower has come during this mentally trapped, okay, it's like the Tower came to rescue us or something. Because the energy gets a little bit better after the Tower falls. So don't avoid the Tower. And this is an emotional Tower I'm seeing. Because we have the feet in the water and we have the hand in the water. So whether it's our feet or our hand, we are just dying to feel this emotion. Some of you are with people who aren't very emotional. And we do have these pentacles over here. So it could be like Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. Some of you could have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. So there's the need here to like ground your emotion. I see this as an emotional garden. Our emotional value. You know, for a long time there, Pisces, we strayed away from valuing our own emotion. And it turned us into something that we're not. And it's time to get back to our authentic selves, okay? Pisces don't feel trapped. We don't feel trapped in any way. We are literally everything. So we hardly ever feel trapped. A fish just swims, you know what I mean? Like, we're very resilient. So it's time to get back in touch with those emotions, especially when it comes to our relationships with other people. Because first of all, if we're not feeling emotionally connected to a person, there's hardly a relationship there. Okay, so it's time to really take a step back and think about these emotional connections or lack thereof. So this Tower is being validated by the Queen of Swords, which I love to see, because this is mental. You know, this is mental clarity happening. This is not mentally clear. Okay, and there's a similarity there. So this Tower comes in and everything falls apart that wasn't mentally clear. And then we're left with this Queen of Swords energy. And the Queen of Swords is all about communication. She's all about clear intellect. She is a bit cold emotionally. So some of us could be, I do see a lot of swords here. So we literally have 2 sword cards and the Tower in between that. So some of us could be really, you know, breaking down communication barriers this month, or perhaps communication is falling down because of our lack of emotion. Like, if we're not in touch with our emotion, Pisces, the way we communicate can seem very harsh. So there's like I see a red light flashing. Warning, warning, warning. Like, we've reached such a dangerous spot. You know, we haven't been emotional for so long, and like it's not gonna work anymore, because we have all this energy coming into Pisces, making us all the attention's on us. Spotlight on me. The spotlight's on me is what I'm hearing. That's kind of what Pisces is saying collectively. So we might even feel that way in our relationship, you know, like, oh shit. You know, and this also, it brings me to say the relationship with ourself, the relationship with our emotion. I don't know why we would feel trapped mentally about that, but the Queen of Swords is here to say that we demand mental clarity, emotional clarity. We are using this sword here. The swords are drawn. And, you know, the mask has come off. Look at this mask. See that mask on the floor? I just happened to look down and see that. So the mask came off, Pisces, and we are ready to be our authentic selves. We're done with this performance. You know, it's almost as if she's throwing that sword away, because we are gaining mental clarity by submerging ourselves within the emotion. Our hands are in the water, our feet are in the water, and we're shutting ourselves off to those around us for our own self-benefit. Like, we are literally putting ourselves first now, emotionally. And it's almost as if, I think some of us have put these swords around us as a form of protection, like, leave me alone. You know, mentally, I am unavailable. Emotionally, I am damn sure unavailable. Like, this is, you know, we're very spiritual right now, and our birthdays are just around the corner. So we're going through these completions. There's all this energy spiritually. But I do think this Tower came in and it knocked this mask off that we were wearing. Maybe we felt scared in our relationship to show our emotion. Maybe we tried a different approach, but see, it isn't working. So we can use this sword as a way to communicate clearly, but we have to still stay in touch with our emotion. We can do it all, Pisces. We are all zodiac sign. So we're a little bit of air, a little bit of earth, a little bit of fire, a little bit of water. So we're like the magicians, okay? We have all the elements in us. So we can communicate like an air sign. We can feel like water signs. We can express ourselves passionately like fire signs. And we can ground ourselves like earth signs, okay? So this Queen of Swords is validating this Tower, because the Tower came in and it results in mental clarity. And it results in this mask off. Fuck it, mask off. Alright? And this is mental clarity of our partner, mental clarity of ourselves, just mental clarity, where before there was just this trapped feeling. You know, I sense a lot of energy from this Eight of Swords, and even our energy is confusing me, because part of me believes that this was a positive thing, that it was necessary, but for some of us, this was forced upon us. So it's up to you and your interpretation of this message, okay? But there's a lot of mental clarity here. I see sword, sword, pinnacle, and tower, and no cups. Like, where is the emotion? Where is the emotion, Pisces? It's definitely inside us, but why are we avoiding it? We deserve this tower at this point, because we have been putting up such a front, wearing this mask, wearing this air sign mask, wearing this earth sign mask. And I think that's because Capricorn season, we turned a little bit like Capricorn. Aquarius season, we kind of became a little bit like Aquarius. Well, guess what, Pisces? Now it's Pisces season. It's time for us to become a little bit like Pisces. Okay? So the tower is literally, the tower is falling down. And since we only have sword, sword, pinnacle, those energies are what's falling down. Earth and air. And we don't have any fire on the table either. So literally the expression of our emotion is not here. And it's very troubling. It's like, I can sense the universe's worry there. So not only are we not expressing our passion to our partner or to our relationships with other people, we're not even feeling that ourselves. Okay, so that has got to change in our relationships. Okay, because the tower is here in February. So maybe in March, we can do this a little bit differently. Maybe in March, by March, we'll feel more at home. And I know, Pisces, it's the energies around us that make us feel this way. I know that. The energies around us seem a little harsh, right? This is your typical Pisces energy. Like, we feel that the energy around us is very sharp and pointy, and it's like we feel that we don't have much room. Well, that's because we don't belong in an air environment. We belong in the water where we can swim. So at this point, we are literally fish out of water. This is literally a fish out of water. Just thirsty. AF. So in order for you to gain mental clarity, Pisces, in order for you to gain, logical clarity in your relationships, you have got to get that to the place where you feel comfortable enough to show your heart. I don't know what happened to us, but we got to a point where we felt like, well, fuck it, I'm not going to express my emotion. But there is a conclusion happening on the table. Okay? And we need to communicate that there. And we have the number 12 up here. So that's us, Pisces. The number 12, that's the 12th house. New beginnings and endings. Look at that. Chapter 1, the end. So it's time to turn the page when it comes to a certain love situation or a relationship. Because the story must go on. The show is not over, okay? And I lift up the ace of this fucking Queen of Swords to reveal the Ten of Wands. So we need to communicate about how burdened we've been feeling in our relationships and how much sleep we are losing. This is the Nine of Swords, communicating the Nine of Swords to our partner or to our love options. This is the truth coming out in February, okay? Or we're going to walk away. 8 of Cups, walking away for a spiritual journey, walking towards the moon, walking towards our own energy, that psychic Pisces emotional energy. 10 of Swords. Okay, a lot of energy here. But then we have the 2 of Cups and the Ace of Wands down there. So the passion is returning in our relationships. But here, finally, we have a Cup card. And what do you know? It's the 2 of Cups. Because Pisces is never, alone emotionally. And we have these 2 doves up there. So this is a pretty cool union here. But it's kind of upsetting that the first Cup card that's shown is the 2 of Cups. Because it's shared emotion. But, it's a love offer. This is a very beautiful relationship. But first, we need to communicate all this 9 of Swords, 10 of Swords, 10 of Wands energy. Come on now, Pisces. Time to communicate that. Like, how are you even walking around with that much emotion beneath you? Like, I'm telling you, there's a red light I keep seeing. Warning, warning, warning. Like, I feel like there's a spaceship and there's a bunch of red lights flashing like we're about to, like, explode. Mayday, mayday, mayday. So, it is coming up on Pisces season. This is literally a Pisces season card. We have the number 12 up here. There's a conclusion. This is the conclusion card. Welcome to the end of the story, Pisces. You. All right? You are the sequel. You are the last chapter of the zodiac wheel, and you symbolize the ending, so you better go out with a bang, because we have to perform now. There's a performance, and this is about relationships. But see, when you give relationship reading to a Pisces, it becomes about the collective, because we're in a relationship with all things. That's just how we roll. So we belong here. We have fun. 4 plus 1, 5. Pleasure. We have psychic pleasure right now. We have, there's a conclusion here that we belong in. And it has everything to do with Pisces season. It has everything to do with our relationships, certain, cycles. We do have a full moon coming up in our 7th house, guys. Completions and new beginnings in our relationships. Okay? So continue to write this story, but write in cursive from now on. Put a little bit of emotion behind your energy, because you're really trying to be a human, Pisces, and you're not. And there's a conclusion here that you literally belong in. You belong here in this area of conclusions, this chapter that's ending. It's just beautiful. That type of stuff doesn't scare Pisces. Endings don't scare Pisces, because we are the ending and the beginning. We are the book. We are the pages. We are the ink. We are the story. So, and I see that there's a really long story here. A lot of books there. So there's a reminder here of not to forget that. Okay? Don't forget, Pisces, about the ending, about the conclusion. Don't forget chapter 1. Don't forget that you belong here. This ending, this conclusion is meant to happen. Don't forget that. Don't forget the vision. And don't you dare deny yourself of fulfillment. Okay? Listen to the universe. And take this Ace of Cups, this wine, don't deny yourself of this fulfillment. And this is literally the Ace of Cups. Like, it's the 20 up there, so it's like the 2 of Cups. So this energy is literally confirming this reminder of this conclusion, this vision that we've been denying. And this is a vision of the night, because it's the 8 up there. So there's a 8 energy. Like, the 8 is hidden secrets. Okay, sometimes we keep some of our literally secrets are on the table too. So sometimes Pisces keeps their visions a secret, but we can never keep our visions a secret from ourselves. So there's certain visions we have about our relationship that we're denying ourselves. Don't deny yourself the vision, the reminder of that vision, because at the end of the day, Pisces, we are psychic AF. We'll always be psychic. We will always be these magical beings, okay? And I know sometimes that gets overwhelming, so we mutate, right? We're mutable signs, so we mutate into these other energies. We study other people and kind of mimic them, but we lose ourselves in that process. So just be careful with that in these relationships. We have this apology on the table as well. So some of us are really sorry, and we're trying to explain the Pisces way to others around us. And some of them will understand, some of them won't. Those that are staying in this earth, air energy, because listen, Pisces season, everyone needs to speak their truth. And all these masks are going to start falling off of people. These heavy burdens, they're going to come out into the open. This anxiety that we feel is going to come out into the open, because our subconsciouses are being cleansed out in Pisces season. So a lot of us are going to be apologizing for things that we did that were awful, things that we allowed ourselves to do while we were under the influence of heavy emotion. That heavy burden was emotion for us, the lack of it. See, when Pisces doesn't feel their emotion, it gets heavier. So we may have said and done things that were out of character. And when this tower falls down, we're going to have a lot to be sorry for, It's Pisces season. A lot is going to come to awareness for us. So, we may have an apology. There may be certain people apologizing to us. And that's being validated by manifestation. So Pisces, this is just a reminder that you are seriously so magical. And you can manifest any beginnings, any endings. You can manifest emotion. You can manifest your own mental clarity. You can manifest anything in the universe. Look at this man. He is literally creating magic from nothing. Pisces. So you can manifest happiness. You can manifest anything that you need to. You can manifest this apology. Some of you are apologizing for the ill intent that you manifested, because if a Pisces feels something, it comes true. So imagine how awful that can be if we start to feel very negative things in our relationship or negative things about ourselves. It can get kind of scary. So it's important that we use these newfound emotions, and we use all this emotion in the universe to our benefit, because that's when the happiness will come in. All right, there is a happiness and a harmonious energy entering your love life. So the sun is going to come out, Pisces. The rainbow is going to shine after the rain. And there is a happiness on the table for you. But I think in order to feel that, in order to obtain that, we got to get back to who we really are. And for those who don't understand us, for those who are looking for mental clarity, or for looking for grounded earthly energy, we can't help you. If you're not willing to come into my world, then just stay away, because I'm no longer altering my world for you. Okay, so you can manifest a lover for yourself, and you can explore. Okay, you just need a physical outlet for this magic and these emotions. And underlying energy for happiness is secrets, the moon. So this is our energy. We are very secretive. We're very magical people, but secrets play a factor in your love life, I'm seeing. Why? What are you afraid of? Why are you afraid? What are you afraid of? Friendship. Don't be afraid of what you keep within, Pisces, because no matter what, it is as without, so within. Like, it's coming out. This mask is getting chopped off by the tower, and you're going to be left with nothing but your voice. So you better hope that you have your emotions to back you up when the curtain draws back, because it's the final show, and it's called Pisces. So guys, that wasn't really much of a love reading, but there's a lot here that has to do with that. You know how we are. We have a relationship with all things, Pisces. And for right now, I think it's more so about the relationship we have with our emotion. So very important that we get back to the basics, yo. Like, we need to get back to what it is that we actually feel inside. Whether that's secretive, or whether that's an apology, or whatever. Some of these apologies aren't going to happen. Some of them will. I don't know if that was upside down or right side up. But there's happiness here, and I'm going to focus on this rainbow in the middle, and the fact that happiness and harmonious energy is entering my life. So I hope that this was relatable, Pisces. I hope that this was helpful. At the end of the day, we have Venus in our sign for several more weeks, I believe. Probably enter Aries in a couple weeks, but we have this loving energy. It's literally reminding Pisces to love their self, to love their emotion. Venus is working with us right now, working with us with our relationships. So use this opportunity to your benefit, to express yourself emotionally and to be truthful after all this time, because you want to make sure that before this chapter ends that you say everything that you need to say, and that you feel all it is that you feel. Because if not, guess what's going to happen, Pisces? I'm sure you know. You're going to feel that constipated feeling. If you've ever been in a situation where things ended too soon or something, well, you're left with all the emotion after that. So here's an opportunity to actually express what we feel as we're feeling it, without feeling trapped, without feeling like we're falling apart. Just know it's time for us to communicate our emotions this clearly, like the Queen of Swords. Okay? So hope that helped, Pisces. That's all I have for you now. If you like this reading, give me a thumbs up, please, and I will do this more often. All right, guys. See you later.